This is my digital case study. I am a white, female, 19-year-old college student studying to be an elementary ed teacher with a math minor. I'll be focusing on an African American boy who is in 7th grade at the middle school. He is from a small town by Chicago. He moved to this area a couple years ago. He will have to work harder to get into college because of his race and because he does not have as many opportunities starting off with. I grew up in a small farming community. I lived there my whole life and I've never moved out of my childhood home. My dad also owned a business there my whole life. I grew up in a middle class family, and growing up, college was never a question for me. It was always just kind of expected. I have seen him a lot at Kids First. Kids First is an after school program for children living in the poorer community of the city. At Kids First, there is time for snacks, homework, and playtime. It is mainly African American students, except for a few white students. He spends a lot of his after school time here, getting caught up with homework and getting the extra help that he needs to succeed in school. I also sat in on a 7th grade math class, which was mainly white. The class was working on integers, which he did not understand. I helped him pretty much the whole time I was there. Once he got a question wrong, he would lose confidence and motivation, and then he would proceed to say that he hates math because he got the question wrong. In class, I would try to keep him motivated and focused to get his work done. He lost focus very easily. To try and develop a relationship with him, I would ask him questions about himself and his interests. He really liked football. I grew up in a football family, so I knew some of what he was talking about. He played and watched it all the time with the other students. In class and at Kids First, he would try to understand and get all his homework done. He is trying to get an education for himself, and he shows he wants to learn. One of his friends was practicing cursive, and he took the time to try and learn it even though he had never done it before. He struggled, but kept up with it until he got it right. He has dedication to learn. As he is an African American, he starts behind the white people his age. He doesn't have as many opportunities as them. His race will follow him around his whole life, and he'll have to work harder than the others to stay caught up. He already has negative reactions towards him because of his color, which I have never experienced because I am white. Every time I see him, either at the middle school or at Kids First, I ask him how he is doing, and I try to make conversation with him. I usually ask him how math is going to show that I care he succeeds because I know that's an area where he struggles. I hope the best for him and for his future, as he's a nice kid who tries really hard to get an education.